What's good, y'all? It's Coffee. Back at it with the news, man, and getting right to it. SPI, back on no jumper. I think it was about time. This is lit. I'm intrigued to see this interview. Let me know if you're waiting for this one to drop to go tap in, man. You see, he said Adam 22 rolled out the blue carpet for the EC's much loved Brick Baby for the alley-oop on Hood. It's an East Side situation. Now, it's been a minute since SPI been on, and there was a lot of capping and flurkery going on as of late that I'm sure SPI will address. But aside from that, man, you see in the comments, Adam's in there, someone talking about one of SPI's artists, Blue Smurf. Yo, that motherfucker is hard, man. He got bars. SPI been dropping some exclusive new music from Smurf over there on his platform as of late, and I really want to see Smurf win. Jump in and comment and let me know if y'all think Smurf is dope as well. He's just got a different flow. He goes in, his voice, like he just has a different sound than a lot of rappers. He's unique to me, in my opinion. Again, comment. Do you agree? You see someone else said, yo, SPI, I know you kept it facts over feelings as always. That's the campaign with SPI. He's really built a dope platform. I think it's been lit since he re-emerged back on the scene. What year was that? 27, 18, somewhere in that time frame. He did the Doggy Diamonds interview, and then he started getting active on YouTube. And I don't know, I fuck with it, man. He's got a lot of great content coming out. I like the way he implements the music in his streams, and he's doing the damn thing, man. So shout out to Spider Loke. This is lit. Once again, let me know if you can't wait to go tap. And then if you didn't already know, earlier was sentencing day for Torey Lanez, and they hit him with them 10 years, man. Now, Torey Lanez defense team was putting in all kinds of motions to overturn the verdict, different things about the case and all that, but at the end of the day, it didn't work. I mean, he blew trial, so I'm sure he'll have some appeals in and whatnot. I'm not sure if any appeals were turned down yet. He just getting sentenced. But if the legal team is doing the damn thing, and like I said, it's been hitting the media, hitting the blogosphere, how they've been very active with emotions and whatnot, so I'm sure they already got the appeals filed. But I've heard a lot of individuals say that, reacting to the news, and not just reacting to some headlines or whatever, like reacting to doing some research, paying attention to the trial, analyzing ish, following the story from day one. I've seen some cats say, yo, even with all of this said and done, Torey Lanez convicted and everything, the case is like no more clear. Do you guys agree with that? Do you feel like the world still doesn't know what actually happened at Now, Meg Thee Stallion was not in attendance at the sentencing date, but she did, have a statement that she passed on to the prosecutors and everything to read. And it said, for once, the defendant must be forced to face the full consequences, his heinous acts, and face justice. So some strong words there from Meg. And at the end of the day, he did face 22 years and 8 months because if you recall, at sentencing, he was convicted of 3 different felonies. There were 3 charges, right? One was for the shooting, then the possession of the gun, like the assault, shooting someone, the possession of the gun, and then the negligent discharge of a firearm in public, which I think is more or less like reckless endangerment. So all in all, he could have got hit with 22 years, 8 months. He walks away with 10 years. That's tough for Torey, man. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people felt like it was going to go this way. As I just stated a moment ago, the case has just been so damn confusing. So, one more thing too. It was directly talked about in court how Torey Lanez, they said, pretty much ran a campaign to re-traumatize and humiliate the victim, being Meg Thee Stallion. And it's just like, Torey had it right. If you guys recall, when the shooting first went down, he was silent, right? He disappeared from social media, total blackout. And then one day he threw up a post, and a lot of people thought, okay, I think he just gave a date and time, like, yo, tomorrow at 9 or something like that. I personally thought, and a lot of other individuals out there in the blogosphere was like, yo, Torey is going to hit the blogosphere and address everyone, the whole world. But what he did was just post a link that was to an album that came out on SoundCloud, like a surprise album. And it was hard. It went hard. A lot of bangers on there. But he was directly referencing the case, And all in all, I think he had it right when he first just took everything. I don't know if he took everything off social media, but he was just quiet. He should have stayed that way, because facing those charges, anything that he posts could be misconstrued. And, it said, hey, look what he's saying here. He's being slick, and he's taking a jab at the victim. And hell, they could even say certain things are witness tampering and things of that nature, So you see here at the sentencing, they brought that up, his social media use, him re-humiliating Meg, re-victimizing her. So I don't know, man. Just food for thought. Y'all let me know if you guys agree. When facing a serious case, stay off social media, man. What do you think?
No apologies. This ain't a disclaimer. I'm the king of legend, the first Hall of Famer. Making diss tracks, I know you with that. Now everybody get ready for the kickback. Why you hurt? Why you mad? Now you look bad. Like a roach just crawled out of your book bag. Get a pack class, you lack class. Go to bed with no supper, cause you gotta suffer the flash. The top 5 is cap. You the piss that's on the floor in the elevator. Rap. Why you ducking on the game when you shit on my name? Why they put Pee Wee Herman in the Hall of Fame? I would give you a pound, but I break your hand. I got the lawyer so white. Take your land, yo, check your man, come and look at your friend, cause I think that Eminem popping pills again. We call him Pill Clinton or either Pill Gates. What pill did take to make him hate the great? Think you are, but you ain't, still you made a mistake. Hit a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'ma give your fans one more chance to go online and re-energize that bromance.
And there you have it. The legend, Melle Mel, has responded to Eminem. As yesterday he said the track was coming out at 5. I don't know, man. Like, what do you think about it? For some reason, I just feel like in certain parts, or am I bugging? Tap in and let me know, like not the beat, but like the background sounds or something with the beat is like too loud at certain parts where it kind of drowns out his vocals. Maybe I'm tripping. A different kind of beat to hear to a diss track. It was like, I don't know, I'll say interesting. I'm not dissing it. I think he came a little harder than I thought he would in a sense. I don't know how to feel about this diss. You heard him, he called Eminem Pee Wee Herman, who we know recently passed away. So it's kind of like a double diss where he's like, yo, you're goofy like Pee Wee Herman and you're dead, maybe, I don't know. Or he just calling him Pee Wee Herman. He said, I got a lawyer so white that'll take your land. That ish had me cracking the fuck up. As Eminem being a white dude in hip hop has been a main discussion in this whole situation. If you recall, originally Melle Mel said that's the only reason why M's in the top 5. He said some other things as well, but then in Eminem's diss, him responding to those comments on that Easy Mill track, which I'll pin a link below if y'all want to go check it out. I did a video busting it all down, up until last night as we were waiting on this Melle Mel response that we just got. Eminem responded and said, oh, me being white has held me down. It's not the reason I'm 5. It's the reason I'm not number 1. I can never be number 1. So it's kind of controversial in a lot of debates and discussions going on. But Mel hits him back and says, man, my lawyer's so white, he'll take your land. I don't know. I thought that was kind of funny. He said Eminem ducked the game. I don't know. I think M did the right thing by not addressing Game personally. And I personally think Game should be thankful as well. I think M would have ethered the Game as well, as Game was always kind of already looking funny style. Things haven't gone so well for him, and the whole campaign that he did with Eminem just was not a good look, I think. and he called him Pill Clinton. That was pretty slick as well. So all in all, like, I don't know, I felt like that was a better diss than I thought it may be, you know, because there was a lot of people were saying, yo, a lot of cats, there's been so many debates going on. Once again, hit the link below and go check out the previous video I did. You know, a lot of hip hop heads were like, listen, Mel's a legend. And they were going over some recent verses and some stuff from back in the day or whatever. And they were like, listen, Mel's a legend, but he's out of his element battling Eminem. Like, this isn't what it is with Melle Mel. Let me know if you agree with that. But that's what a lot of diehard hip hop heads who've been on the scene for a grip for many a years had been saying, you know. But Mel came with it a little bit, but I don't know. Once again, what do you guys think about the beat? Was it an odd beat to you for a diss? Did it kind of throw the energy off? Or are you kind of like me, where you're like, yo, I don't really know how to feel about that. Like, it was different. Did I not like, you know how sometimes something can kind of grow on you? I don't know. Like, it was different. It was different. The legend, you know, responded to Eminem, and who knows what we'll see next? You know, will they squash the beef and at some point do a track together? I don't know, maybe not, because you heard Mel, yo, I give you a pound, but I'll break your hand. So I guess, you know, does that mean he ain't looking for no peace with Shady? As we know, a lot of these rap beefs ain't that serious. A lot of times it's just entertainment. And all in all, as I pointed out yesterday, like, you know, there was a lot of discussions with the 50 years of hip hop milestone hitting and it being observed and celebrated and covered and whatnot through different award shows and media platforms and everything. You know, the discussion of how rappers way back in the day paved the way for rappers to make a lot more money currently. You know, that back then hip hop was new. You know, it was a different time. Now the monetization aspect is in a whole nother realm, you know, a whole nother level. So there was, you know, talks about how some hip hop heroes, hip hop legends that were in the Hall of Fame or just made timeless music and really paved the way for the next generations of MC. Some of them were hurting and not doing so well. So I don't know if that was Melle Mel's situation. And again, like I said yesterday, that's no disrespect to any of these legends. I'm just, you know, saying that's something that was being discussed. And so, you know, it's just good for Mel to rebuild his buzz currently. You know, he's already a legend, but hey, he could use another run, new momentum, new chapter to his hip hop career here in 2023. I mean, a lot of eyes are on Melle Mel. Obviously, again, he's a legend, but we know a lot of the newer generation ain't up on the legend. So him being in this back and forth with Eminem definitely, you know, takes him all kinds of new audiences. So we'll have to see what's next, y'all. Let me know your thoughts about it all. The diss, once again, click the link below to see the whole video. And once again, Tory Lanez, 10 years in prison, and SPI pulling back up at No Jumper. Let's talk about it all. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to sub up and stay tuned for more, y'all. It's Coffee, and I'm gone. Peace.